What's up, guys, and what a night it has been in the election. I'm still trying to grapple over the result and try to see the bigger sense of what is actually going on here. I'm going to talk today about what I predicted, where I was wrong and where I was right. So I'm going to talk about that, and I'm also going to do my best to help you and myself understand where it is going in the most important battleground states. States like Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, and, of course, the king of the states, Pennsylvania. But first I want to look at the overall results, not just in the presidential level. So, Senate elections. What we've seen right now is mostly what we were expecting. Alabama flipping and Colorado and Arizona flipping. I had them both flipping in my earlier predictions. Back then this would basically be the final result if everything else stayed where it is. Later I predicted that Maine was going to Sarah Gideon. Right now I would say that both things is very possible. Portland, Maine, 80% of the vote reporting, with 20% outstanding, and Susan Collins leading by 34,000 votes statewide, which is just a bit more than Sarah Gideon is leading with in Cumberland County, where Portland is. It is not going to be enough, I think. Ranked choice voting might come back and destroy for Collins, but right now I think I would rather be Susan Collins than Sarah Gideon. Okay, in North Carolina, Thom Tillis is still favored. I think he's going to win. I think the margin is going to stay about where it is right now, and if you look at the 2016 results, you could guess the same. Michigan is looking very good for John James. Still a lot of vote outstanding. I would be mostly worried about Wayne County, Detroit, but he is doing quite well there, actually, 40%, so there is absolutely a good chance that John James flips these seats, which would be astonishing. Also in the House, Republicans are overperforming expectations. The only seats that have so far flipped to the Democrats are the two in North Carolina, where we was expecting it. Republicans gotta really thank Hispanics for this night, because they kept the seat in Texas 23rd, which was the Will Hurd seat. He was retiring. Tony Gonzalez actually won it. And in Florida, they flipped both of these seats that they lost 2 years ago. Maria Elvira Salazar came back and she won. And Carlos Gimenez also won. Meaning that the Florida delegation is back to 1611? It's a highly Republican delegation now. And there are other flips all across the country. Joe Cunningham, Kendra Horn, Torres Small, they all lost, as well as Colin Peterson, which currently is losing by a wide margin, even though he voted against impeachment. Okay, but let's go to the swing states. Georgia, North Carolina, not exciting. Alaska, not exciting. Those three are going to Trump. Arizona, I'm just going to assume is going for Biden right now because of the calling by Fox and others, actually. But let's start with Wisconsin. So right now Biden is leading by 7,000 votes out of more than 3 million cast. 89% is in, so let's take a look at where the vote is outstanding. First of all, Milwaukee, that's the biggest place, 98%. Okay, so they have mostly counted Milwaukee. Madison, very Democratic, 98%, mostly counted Madison. The remaining votes, where are they going to come from? Let's see, Green Bay, only 66% of the vote is reporting there, so that could be a good sign for the president. Kenosha, 70%, and there are several other places like this. So with a heavily Democratic vote, with heavy Democratic areas being finished, and with Biden leading only with 7,000 votes, I think Trump is in shape to win Wisconsin. Absolutely. They both got a much higher raw vote total than anyone got in 2016. And I believe this county flipped to Biden, But other than that, Wisconsin is looking like a Trump state. 10% left, and it's really nothing in the big cities. So, yeah, I guess we can look also at the 2016 map. And yeah, Milwaukee County, 65% to 28%. How are we doing now? Okay, so Biden is at 69% to Trump's 29%, meaning that Biden is actually outperforming Clinton. So how about Dane County? Well, Biden is outperforming Clinton here as well. But those counties are finished counting, so I would not have high hopes if I was a Democrat right now. Let's go to Michigan. The most visible difference I see between 2016 is that Flint is currently looking red. It is looking like a Trump area. Narrowly, absolutely narrowly. Otherwise, you have to look at the heavily Democratic areas. Detroit, Wayne County, 58% to 39%. In 2016, we don't have the percentage, but 519 to 228. Okay, so there is still a lot of votes coming in. The question is it enough for Biden to overtake Trump in this state that is looking fairly red right now? I mean, it's 51% to 47%. So that's exciting. If you look at the Senate election, John James is actually outperforming Trump, so I definitely think that John James is headed for the US Senate right now. 78% reporting. Here is 80%. Both the Senate and the general election look very favorable to the GOP. Right, let's go to Nevada. Now, I don't know if others were expecting this one to go down the wire, but I think it is going down the wire right now. Joe Biden is leading by 8,000 votes. Las Vegas, he has 53% to Trump's 45%. If you go back to 2016, Clark County, 52% to Trump's 41%. So Trump is vastly outperforming his 2016 margins in Clark County. However, in Washoe, it's the other way around. In Washoe, there is really not a lot of votes outstanding, 10%, and Biden is leading by more than Hillary won by. But there are also Republican counties outstanding. You have Story County, which is right here. You have Carson City, Trump is leading. Douglas County, Trump is leading, and there is votes outstanding, 82% and 88%. So Nevada still in play, possibly a small edge for Biden because there is outstanding votes in Clark County and Washoe. Right now, I'm not going to say where I believe that is going. And Pennsylvania. Now we all know that a lot of votes are going to come in Pennsylvania, and it is typically the red mirage state. So Trump currently now leading in Chester County. I don't think that's going to last. In Philadelphia, Trump is, of course, far behind. And we can expect a lot of mail-in ballots to come in here later. But look at the total votes. Trump has 2.9 million to Biden's 2.3. Well, 2.969, 2.350. In 2016, 2.970 was the final tally for Trump. But anyway, Biden has to make up a lot to take Pennsylvania. He has to win. Of the remaining votes, he has to beat Trump by over 600,000. And it is possible that he has the advantage, but I mean, how much are the remaining votes going to break for Biden? I don't know. In my last prediction, my final prediction before election day, I can tell that I was wrong in New Hampshire. I predicted it would go Republican. I completely ignored the polls and was thinking about the primary, where Trump did very well and Biden did very poorly. Minnesota, I also turned out to be wrong, and it actually looks like Biden will win it by a bigger margin than it was won by Clinton. And the third one, where I hope I was wrong, is Pennsylvania, because that was the one I was a bit negative in and simply said I believe that Biden is going to win there. Now, nothing is decided. So Trump has won Ohio, he's leading in Pennsylvania by a bigger margin, so Pennsylvania is looking redder than Ohio. But that should not really be an indication. With Biden actually getting quite a good turnout in a lot of states. I mean, he did get more than 5 million votes in Florida, he has got more than 1.5 million in Wisconsin. So Biden can reach 3 million in Pennsylvania. But right now I would rather be Trump than Biden. So where does that put us? Well, Trump is going to win Georgia, he's going to win North Carolina, and he's going to win Alaska. And now that puts him in a bit more favorable position at 247. If he wins Pennsylvania alone, that will not get him there. But I believe that they have still not given him the 2nd district of Maine or the 2nd district of Nebraska, so he could get to 269 through only Pennsylvania, but he's looking so good in Michigan and Wisconsin that I don't think that will be necessary. Okay. So, I am confident. I think Trump is going to win. I think Biden is going to probably still win Arizona, possibly win Nevada, and that's it. Going to the Senate. This is not something of a blue wave. I'm a bit disappointed that Doug Collins lost in Georgia, but that one is going to stay in the Republican hands after the special election. I mean, Tommy Tuberville vastly outperformed the polls and defeated Doug Jones in Alabama. And Alaska, we can see Dan Sullivan earning way ahead his opponents. So if you were to ask me right now, I would say that the Senate is definitely staying in Republican hands. They're going to win both in Georgia and in North Carolina. And in Maine and Michigan, they could win both. I think they're favored to win both. Anyway, as you might be able to hear, I'm quite tired, so I'm going to end the video right there. But it is looking like a Trump win. No landslide, absolutely not a landslide, but a Trump win. So have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.